Okay, so I've had some setbacks this last week. Definitely binged more junk food than I should have. Going from trying to be on a strict diet to trying to go straight to a really moderate diet. I think I was kidding myself that I was going to just be able to taper back into that really smoothly. So yeah, I definitely overindulged when I finally said I can indulge a little bit. Nothing that I can't come back from. Even with that being said, I'm kind of holding. My weight is sort of stalled out still in the 335-ish. So I'm, not ballooning back up like crazy right away. So that's comforting. And I also skipped probably 3 or maybe 4 days of workouts. I did do a workout or two in there that I just didn't make a video about. But yeah, it's definitely been a slow week for me health-wise. And that's kind of what I want to talk about. It kind of reminded me of why I wanted to do this video thing in the first place. This always happens to me when I try to get on a good health regimen. I'll do it for a little while and I'll get bored with it. I won't see the results I want right away. And so I just sort of let it fizzle. And I don't want that to happen again. I want to take this seriously. And part of the reason I've been making the videos is to hold myself accountable, and maybe in part hold each other accountable. If anybody's watching this that's trying to do any kind of health thing or even just a change in your life, whatever it is that you're trying to stick to, it's a struggle. It's always a struggle to change your routines, to change your habits. So I just want to share that struggle and be real about it. So yeah, this is my first workout in like 3 days, maybe 4. I've lost track, but I'm just trying to get back on it. And I don't really have any, pop culture nerdy things to share. That's part of it. I think I let myself get too into this mindset that this is going to be like a Star Wars discussion channel or something, and people are going to get really into it. No one's going to get into me just spewing my thoughts while I'm working out. So if you're watching, hoping for my thoughts on Star Wars or comics or anything like that, I don't have anything along those lines today. So this is mostly a health thing. Now, I'm still a huge nerd, so my thoughts on my health inevitably go to pop culture references, to point of comparisons. So when I think about setbacks or plans gone awry, I think about things like, I'm rereading The Wheel of Time in audiobook form, listening to The Wheel of Time. And they, I don't know how many people are really into it, but spoiler alert, I guess, if you haven't read these books, they're like 20-something years old at this point, so the spoilers are out there. But this is not a spoiler-free video, so stop right now if you're right in the middle of the first book. But they are planning to go to the White Tower. They're planning to go to Tar Valon. They never make it, Their plans change. They have to kind of roll with things. And I remember being like halfway through the book thinking, man, I know they get there at some point. And that's like in later books, they wind up going to the White City. But, they go from their first big city stop in Camelin straight through the ways, straight to the Borderlands. Because that's what they have to do, because their plans change, because they have new obstacles that come at them. And that's just sort of where I'm at. I don't know what this channel is evolving into. I don't know what my diet or my exercise routine is going to look like on a permanent basis. I just know I want it to be there. I want it to be part of my improvement going forward. because I know that I feel good when I am getting regular exercise. So that's the main goal here. The diet thing is going about as well as any other diet I've done, but the exercise part is what I'm trying to be consistent about. So I'm trying not to get down on myself too much about the diet changing, because I can do stuff like, you know, I'll do the keto thing for like a few weeks. I think I made it like a month the last time. I don't know if I made it that far this time, but I can do that for a while. But my weakness in that regard has always been like trying to keep myself from doing things I want to do. I have a really hard time restraining myself from doing stuff that I want, food and so on and so forth. But one thing, a strength that I have that I can lean on to counteract that a little bit at least, is I've also been very good about forcing myself to do stuff that I don't want to do. So it's kind of a opposite side of that coin. I guess I would say I'm about action, you know. I am inclined to do things rather than to not do things. So I'm trying to lean into making myself do the healthy things and not get so hung up on when I want to do the less healthy things, like stopping at McDonald's because my kids love McDonald's, and I don't want that to be a regular part of their diet. But again, once in a while should be fine, as long as it's not overdoing it and doing it all the time. So it's we got Happy Meals the other day, and I did order, you know, I had a burger. It was the little one, a McDouble, and I didn't order any fries. I didn't order a soft drink. So I'm just trying to keep stuff like that less. And if I can do less than I used to and do more of this than I used to, I should be on the right track at least. So that's really all I had to say today is, you know, don't give up just because you're not doing as well as you'd like to, because setbacks happen and you just got to roll with it, right? And that's the best way to get on top of any kind of setback, is to just roll with that change and find a way to push through. So that's what I'm doing. I know you can do it. If you're doing something that you're having a hard time with, just keep pushing through and you'll figure it out. You figure out a version of it that works for you. So that's kind of all I have to say about that for today. Tune in next time, and thanks for watching.